June 3, 2011. It was a typical night for 20-year-old Lauren Spierer, a sophomore at Indiana University, enjoying the start of summer with her friends. But by the next morning, Lauren had vanished, and her case would go on to baffle investigators, her family, and the community of Bloomington, Indiana. Lauren, originally from New York, was a well-liked student, known for her bright personality and close-knit group of friends. On the night she disappeared, Lauren had been out drinking and socializing, starting at her apartment before heading to the popular campus bar, Kilroy's Sports Bar. There, she was seen with friends, enjoying the warm summer night, but leaving behind her shoes and cell phone, small details that would become haunting clues in the hours that followed. Lauren and her friends eventually left Kilroy's, heading to another apartment complex for an after-party. Security cameras captured the group as they walked barefoot, clearly intoxicated, but still together. As the night wore on, Lauren's condition worsened. Eyewitnesses later described her as highly inebriated, even stumbling, but she refused help when offered. At some point in the early hours, Lauren was last seen on surveillance footage leaving her friend's apartment. She was barefoot, wearing a white tank top and black leggings. What happened after that moment is where the story takes a tragic turn and where the mystery begins. If you're captivated by this unsolved case, don't forget to like and subscribe to Talescape for more gripping true crime stories. Lauren never made it home that night. In the hours and days that followed, a massive search was launched. Volunteers scoured the streets, fields, and wooded areas near her apartment. Helicopters hovered above, and search dogs were deployed to trace her scent. But despite the efforts of law enforcement and the community, Lauren was nowhere to be found. As the days passed, the investigation honed in on the last people to see Lauren alive: her friends. They claimed that Lauren left on her own, walking barefoot into the early morning. But her family and investigators had questions. Why did no one walk her home? Why was Lauren allowed to wander off, intoxicated and vulnerable? Rumors and speculation began to swirl. Some suggested foul play by someone in her friend group, while others theorized Lauren had been the victim of an opportunistic predator. There were even whispers that her friends had helped cover up an accidental death, fearful of legal repercussions. But without concrete evidence, all theories remained just that: speculation. Months passed with no sign of Lauren. Her parents, Charlene and Robert Spierer, tirelessly campaigned for answers, never giving up hope that their daughter might be found. They held vigils, media interviews, and even hired private investigators to pursue leads that the police could not. Yet as each day went by, the reality of Lauren's disappearance became more grim. One chilling theory suggested that Lauren may have fallen victim to an overdose. Bloomington, like many college towns, had a well-documented drug problem, and Lauren's behavior on the night she disappeared raised concerns. Some believe that she had overdosed and that her friends, terrified of the consequences, had disposed of her body to avoid being implicated. But again, this theory lacked the evidence needed to move forward. In the years since Lauren's disappearance, several persons of interest have emerged. However, none have been charged. The case remains open, with investigators continuing to sift through tips and leads that trickle in. Despite numerous searches, interviews, and even media coverage from shows like Dateline, Lauren Spierer's disappearance remains one of the most puzzling mysteries of the last decade. Her family continues to hold out hope that one day they will learn the truth about what happened to their daughter. The heartbreak of not knowing weighs heavily on them, but they remain resolute in their fight for answers. Thank you for watching. If you were gripped by this unsolved case, subscribe to Talescape for more real-life mysteries.